Everybody, I'm live. Let me pull up the stream. No, don't open. No, I don't want Roblox Studio. So what the fuck is that annoying orange? That is not annoying orange. That is rotten, rotten tangerine. Alright. Hello? Alright, there. Right. USS Carrier, USS Gerald. Here we go. Fuck, wait. Repeat that. What the? Fucking hell, bro. Why isn't it? Oh my god. Hi, Mika the cat. Here, you know what? Let's play. You know what? Let's play a little bit more Pilot Training Flight Simulator. What do you mean? The Schlep situation is like, is over, bro. It's over. Nobody's talking about him anymore. Roblox still isn't off the hook, but like, nobody's talking about him. What do you think about Parlo getting arrested? I know, I'm so... Wait. Yeah, I am, bro. I am sick. I am sick, bro. Have you seen the last live streams? They've been named sick. Here, let me go. Parlo. Let's see what they're talking about the arrest situation. Well, he wasn't arrested. He was literally just detained. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. Oh my god, again, another one 3 minutes ago. Right during this live stream. 45 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago, bro. I'm one of the first people to see this. Lives in Liverpool. That's all I'm going to say. He lives in Liverpool. Alright. Yeah, let me...
As many of you already know from my last video, on September 11th, 2025, Roblox drama YouTuber Parlo was arrested over the dupe situation.
I know, bro. That's the worst thing to ever happen on that day, right? Right, guys?
On September 11th, 2025, Roblox drama YouTuber Parlo was arrested over the dupe situation.
Worst thing to ever happen on that day. Worst thing to happen on that day on September 11th. That's the worst thing that ever happened, bro. such a nice day, and then somebody had to ruin it, and then now that day is gonna be in infamy forever. They're gonna be talking about it in our history books forever now, because Parlo got detained.
A case where Parlo was catfished and the person he dated lied about their age. In that video, I explained how Natspop, the person who filed the false police report, left out key information that changed the story completely, and since then, things have only gotten worse. Natspop has now publicly responded, doubling down on his lies, directly telling the police that Parlo is a and has even been trying to get other YouTubers to repeat those lies in an effort to slander Parlo. At the same time, Saith and Dr. Two people who have been spreading horrible lies about Parlo were caught faking, fabricating, and editing clips of Parlo, and even targeting my own video editors to try to sabotage this.
Wait. I know that person. I know you. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I... Huh? Oh wait, I can play now, but whatever. I'm still gonna...
This video and stop the truth from coming out. On top of that, they've been mass reporting Parlo's accounts across multiple platforms.
They've been
masturbating
to Parlo's videos? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Huh? They've been
On top of that, they've been mass reporting
masturbating to Parlo's videos.
Parlo's accounts across multiple platforms, trying to silence him before he can speak about any of this. Because of this, Parlo now has 3 community guideline strikes, putting his entire channel at risk of being deleted if his appeals don't go through. This coordinated behavior is disgusting and shows just how far these people are willing to go to spread lies and cover them up. In this video, I'll be exposing Natspop, Saith, and Dr. Sonic V2 for their disgusting actions. Their manipulation and the false narratives they built around Parlo will be fully debunked. But before we start, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you can to help spread the truth and stop this disgusting lie from continuing any further. Before we get into anything that happened recently, as a quick recap, in my last video I went over how Parlo was falsely arrested on September 11th, 2025 after being catfished and targeted with a wave of false reports connected to the dupe situation. For anyone who missed it, the whole thing started when a person named Dupe lied about their age, pretending to be 17 turning 18 while talking to Parlo, who was 19 at the time. Later, Dupe went public claiming that he was actually 12, which completely flipped the whole story and led to a massive smear campaign full of fakes.
Let me look up the definition of arrested. Oh wait, never mind. I'm done, whatever.
Screenshots, doctored messages, and false accusations pushed by hate groups like the UTTP. The situation got even worse when Natspop filed the false police report against Parlo, deliberately leaving out all the messages proving that Dupe lied about his age. That report led to Parlo's wrongful detainment by the UK police, who acted on misinformation instead of facts. During our confrontation with Nats admitted to submitting misleading evidence and even said he wanted Parlo arrested.
So, again, just for clarification, you wanted him to get arrested for this?
Yes.
What are your next steps from here? What are you going to do?
In terms of what?
In terms of like the police investigation, are you going to contact them to notify them that you lied essentially?
Yes, I will.
This entire case was built on lies, and despite all the proof showing Parlo's innocence, people are still trying to silence him through harassment and mass reporting. Now that that's clarified, let's move on to Natspop's response, where he made a post and a video to everything. Right from the start, he tries to act like he's being calm, logical, and professional in his community post. But when you actually read what he says, it's full of contradictions, hypocrisy, and flat-out misinformation. First, he immediately downplays the entire situation by saying he's skeptical about the 8 bomb vans incident, claiming it was probably an auto subtitle error. Instead of actually acknowledging how severe the harassment against Parlo was, he decided to nitpick a single line in my video as if that somehow changes the fact that Parlo was falsely reported, harassed, swatted, and even arrested from all of this. That alone shows just how unserious this entire response is. Then he tries to frame his police report as being done in good faith, but here's the problem. His report wasn't based on the truth. It was based on lies that he himself spread. He admits that Dupe lied about his age, but then contradicts himself by saying Parlo should have been charged anyway because of the UK's Offences Act. That logic doesn't even make sense. Parlo had proof that Dupe lied about his age, including screenshots where Dupe admitted it himself. On top of that, there was a supposed docs of Dupe that perfectly matched up with what Dupe was telling Parlo, which solidified Parlo's belief that Dupe was not lying. And even if we take Natspop's own explanation at face value, that the act still applies, it doesn't change the fact that the entire report was based on false pretenses because the supposed victim wasn't truthful to begin with. Then there's the most laughable part about his post where he says he reported in good faith because it wasn't malicious. You don't get to destroy someone's reputation, feed police false information, and then call it good faith. That's not how reporting works. Intent doesn't erase damages. If you knowingly made a report filled with misinformation, that's still malicious by definition, no matter how many times you say otherwise. He also accused me of editing his words in the voice call, yet conveniently refuses to acknowledge the full recording that is already public in my Discord server and proves that he contradicted himself multiple times.
Is that Dexter Morgan?
That is already public in my Discord server and proves
Guambo. Yeah, Guambo. Guambo is the Bay Harbor Butcher. I'm not calling you Guamgo. I'm calling you Guambo. Guambo is the Bay Harbor Butcher.
Proves that he contradicted himself multiple times. He claims he retracted his statements only about calling Parlo, but not about the false police report itself. And this is actually a very big point, so keep this in mind because we will get back to this point in literally just under a minute. But going back to the recording, you can clearly hear him backing down, completely admitting that he jumped to conclusions and that the situation was taken out of proportion.
I retract all my comments that I made, all the statements that I've made, all the tweets that I've...
When you shop in the Jewel Osco app, you can count on delivery in as soon as 30 minutes.
I've made pretty much everything that I said.
So technically, what you filed was a false police report. You excluded extremely important information that, in the end, is going to waste a lot of police resources and a lot of their time. And on top of that, Parlo's time, Parlo's money, and Parlo's reputation.
Okay.
Are you aware of that? Do you acknowledge that fully?
I know. I do acknowledge. Yes, I do acknowledge.
His context excuse is just an attempt to rewrite history after realizing how bad he looked when confronted directly. And the part that I was talking about a little earlier, where he tries to sound legally knowledgeable by referencing UK's Offences Act and talking about reasonable belief, is a complete joke. He's throwing around legal jargon and clearly doesn't understand what he's talking about, while ignoring the most basic fact that false statements to authorities are still false, no matter what country you're in. He even goes as far as saying Parlo can't sue him because he's under 18, or that it would cost anywhere between 35 to 50,000 pounds. That's not how lawsuits or legal accountability work. If you're old enough to file a police report and spread accusations that lead to someone's arrest, you're old enough to be held legally responsible for those actions. Then, in a typical manipulative fashion, he ends his post by trying to sound like he's the reasonable one by saying, you can still send hate comments, but it'll be useless. It's a lazy way of playing victim after he was the one who escalated this entire situation in the first place. In short, Natspop's entire response isn't even a defense. It's a weak attempt to justify a false police report and rewrite his role in the whole situation. He claims to have acted in good faith, yet his entire post contradicts itself from start to finish. He tries to sound educated about the law, but ends up exposing the fact that he doesn't even understand it. He tries to play the victim, but forgets that he's the one who caused real harm to someone. If anything, this response only proves that he's desperately trying to save face after realizing that the evidence against him, including his own words, completely destroys his credibility. When Natspop released his so-called response video, not the post, it only made things worse. Instead of showing genuine accountability, he opened it up with a ukulele apology audio, turning a very serious situation into a joke.
Well, I have no choice to make this song. And, you know, to talk about all the stuff that's been put out against me, from Gorgo and Parlo whatsoever. I'll say it. You're wrong.
This involved a false police report, an innocent person's arrest, and a coordinated smear campaign, yet Nats treated it like entertainment. His response showed no remorse and only mockery towards the damage he helped cause.
I'm gonna scroll down a bit. Parlo admitting of not verifying Dupe's age. Now tell me this, in that logic, if I have never mentioned about Dupe lying about his age, why would I have this specific drive right now on that email talking about Parlo not verifying Dupe's age?
His main defense in the video centered on an email to law enforcement that supposedly contained proof of Parlo not verifying Dupe's age. That claim was false. The Google Drive link, which I had to type out letter by letter because he did not provide this whatsoever, didn't contain any evidence that Dupe lied about his age. All it contained was a video from Parlo's video, where Parlo said he took accountability for not asking for a driver's license, which does not at all mean that Parlo's guilty.
I do personally apologize and take accountability for what transpired.
Wait. You had to fucking...
And despite
where Parlo said he took accountability for his age. All it contained was a video from Parlo's video, where Parlo said he took accountability for not asking for a driver. It was a whatsoever.
He typed all that out, letter by letter.
However, didn't contain any evidence that Dupe lied about his age. All it contained was a video from Parlo's video, where Parlo said he took accountability for not asking for a driver's license, which does not at all mean that Parlo's guilty.
I do personally apologize and take accountability for what transpired, and despite the fact he ardently claimed to be 17 numerous times, I should have asked to see proof of his provisional driver's license or some form of personal identification, and I'll make sure as to not be as irresponsible as I was in a situation like this again.
Now, something that adds very important context here and is what we're getting back to from what I said earlier, the attached file was titled Parlo admitting of not verifying Dupe's age, proving of his action. This is what the police received. Nats presented Parlo as a criminal, as a not as someone who has been misled by a lying. The audio clip Nats attached also disproves his own claims. It shows Parlo taking accountability, saying that Dupe claimed to be 17 numerous times and expressed regret for not asking to see the ID, such as a driver's license or another form of proof. That statement reflected maturity and responsibility, not guilt or intent. Nats ignored this entirely and twisted the clip's context, removing the part that explained Parlo's understanding of Dupe's age. By reframing that clip as a confession, Nats both misled the public and the authorities.
Also, just a quick thing, I just figured out that Parlo's channel was nuked, or just all of his videos privated. My best guess is he's probably hiding some certain stuff that he probably doesn't want the cops to figure out whatsoever.
Nats continued by
Wait,
Roblox fanatic?
Really?
Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox. Just sign up for Microsoft Rewards, then search
Yes, he deleted all his videos!
Edge, Xbox, Bing, and other Microsoft products every day. You'll earn Microsoft Rewards points which you can redeem for digital Roblox gift cards. So what are you waiting for? Get started now at rewards.microsoft.com.
He privated all his videos.
by spreading misinformation even after the report. In his video, he lied to viewers by claiming Parlo had privated all his videos to hide them from law enforcement. That is not true whatsoever. The truth is that Parlo's channel is currently being mass reported by Nats and his group, forcing him to temporarily hide his videos to prevent his channel from being taken down. Every action from Natspop mocking the situation, submitting a false report, twisting Parlo's words, and even lying to his audience proves that this was not a good faith report. It was a calculated, malicious attempt to destroy Parlo's reputation while pretending to act responsibly.
But Nats, what about the VC confrontation?
Guango does not want to drop the full VC at all, and he admitted that the VC was so edited.
Even after all of this, Natspop's behavior only became more manipulative. For example, going back to what I was saying earlier, when he was confronted about his actions, he accused me of editing his admissions out of context by using a completely unrelated comment I made about Safe and Dr. Sonic V2, who are known for fabricating and altering clips of Parlo to make him look like a... That accusation by Nats was made in bad faith and perfectly demonstrates how far Nats will go to twist narratives when cornered. Also, his private conversations show that he fully acknowledged Dupe had lied about his age, yet still justified putting Parlo in jail by claiming it was the right thing to do. He openly told another Roblox YouTuber who was thinking of covering the situation that Dupe was and at the time lied about being 16 or 17. But instead of recognizing how serious that deception was, Nats doubled down, insisting that Parlo was at fault for not verifying Dupe's age. And what makes Natspop so hypocritical is while he was busy accusing Parlo of being a he was the one who had these degenerate and highly inappropriate conversations with Dupe himself. So it really makes you wonder, if Nats is so confident in calling others out and filing police reports, which again are not valid, maybe he's the one who should be reported to the police instead. Now we need to talk about two more people who've been pushing this false narrative and making it even worse, Safe and Dr. Sonic V2. These are the same people who've been making videos on YouTube falsely accusing Parlo of being a using fake DMs, doctored screenshots, and heavily edited clips to mislead their audience. Safe's video alone is 20 minutes long, and it literally opens by editing Jeffrey Epstein to look like Parlo's profile picture. That's the kind of evidence he uses, childish and disgusting mockery. The video is filled with completely out of context
Fucking
audio and
commented on
fake
my
claims that I'll be
videos.
breaking down later
Crazy.
in the segment, but before we get into that, let's make it clear who these two people actually are. Both Saith and Dr. Sonic V2 are former UTTP members, a group known for mass harassment, doxing, and spreading illegal content. Saith himself has openly admitted to swatting, collecting their real names and addresses, and threatening to swat them if they didn't delete their YouTube channels. His friends have also been caught sending material, or otherwise as people like to call it, to others using hijacked accounts. Instead of actually condemning it, Saith defended it, saying those victims deserved it. On top of that, both Saith and Dr. Sonic have both admitted to planning to rat Parlo, meaning they were plotting to hack into his computer using a remote access Trojan. They said word for word, "We are ratting Parlo and investigating him." And later they added, "If we're serious about exposing Parlo, we're going to have to rat him." After that, they reached out to a known hacker asking for real ratting software to carry out their plan. That's not journalism or investigation. That is a federal crime. Saith's disturbing behavior goes even deeper. He made a Google document about a user named Anti-Troll, who's actually the founder of the AUTTP, a group created to oppose the UTTP. In that document, Saith included links labeled censored and uncensored. He claimed he couldn't show the uncensored version because it was illegal, yet he linked both versions himself. Later, when he was confronted about this, Saith tried to disprove the claim by saying he only had editing access and that the uncensored links just redirected to the censored version. But the video evidence he referenced came from Boonto, and it was a blurred copy from the censored side, not the uncensored section. That means the uncensored link most likely contained actual content, and his excuse completely falls apart. If you track Saith's activity through Double Counter, you could actually see the accounts used to send and share this disturbing content are directly tied to him. His own messages show how manipulative he is. With one conversation, he bragged about saying, "Oh, I told you it's easy to gain trust. I'm good at manipulating." His friend Jake replied with, "Wait, you're onto something because we could use him to test the rat," and then Saith answered, "Good news, Parlo is slowly trusting us." They weren't trying to expose Parlo, they were pretending to be his friend so they could hack him. In another message, Saith said, "Jake, can you tell me how the 7 crypt rat order is? Parlo is convinced of it right now, I just don't know how to file order or what I should name the exe to." That's not speculation, that's Saith openly admitting he was actively preparing to rat Parlo's device. Later, he even said, "I have the perfect idea to rat Parlo. In fact, one of Parlo's former associates told me it's possible." Their Discord server, Safe Server, literally had a rule saying, "Do not tell anyone about our ratting plans. If you do, there will be major consequences." They also spread around fake Discord messages on the exact day that Parlo was arrested, September 10th, 2025. These fake screenshots showed Parlo admitting to watching and confirming disturbing things about Duke. Every one of those DMs was forged. The account used was a clone of Parlo's old Parlo War Era account, which had been suspended since January 29th of 2025. The impersonators copied the old profile picture and linked a fake YouTube channel. Discord automatically gives a checkmark to any connected channel, verified or not, which they used to make the fake account appear legitimate. The clip they showed even had a visible cut during the part where they clicked the channel link, proving that the video was edited to look real. And their harassment didn't end with just Parlo. They also targeted Arham, a video editor of mine who was 15 years old, spreading lies about him and slandering his name with false accusations. Saith even joined one of Arham's completely unrelated servers just to screen record Arham's profile. Once Arham called him out for it, Saith immediately left the server and unadded him, a move that perfectly shows how calculated and cowardly he is. Even one of the people who was actually in the cult that Saith and Dr. Sonic clipped and edited, the one they claimed showed Parlo admitting to red flags, has confirmed that Parlo's words were taken out of context. That witness wasn't even supporting Parlo, but still admitted that Parlo was just rephrasing someone else's comment, not agreeing with it or saying it himself.
So it was me kind of taking the piss out of that. Can you just confirm for everyone on the record that the clip that Saith was leaking out of context was just completely and utterly cropped out?
Yeah, so from what I remember in that call, you were debunking a claim that you allegedly knew the age of Duke and like that he was like a 6th grader, which Saith cut out the first part of it where you were talking about people were saying that, and he just cut the context for the clip himself.
Everything about these two exposes who they really are. Saith and Dr. Sonic V2 aren't just investigators or exposers, they're manipulators, hackers, and liars. They've harassed, spread related material, impersonated Paro, attempted to hack his computer. Their entire reputation has been built on deception, and their only goal is to destroy Parlo's image through lies, illegal action, and manufactured evidence. Parlo actually wanted to address all of this himself in his own video, but because of the mass reporting and the false claims about these people, his YouTube channel is now in serious danger. As of right now, Parlo is on the verge of losing his channel entirely with 3 community guideline strikes caused by false reports from the same group. Before we move on, Parlo asked me personally to include this recording for all of you to hear his own message about what's been happening.
Hey, what's up, Parlo?
Probably been in this position before. You're
Nightfox, Nightfox,
and you want to spend some Robux so that you can take yourself to the next level. The problem is, you don't have it.
Okay, so in regards to the safe situation, he has consistently taken what I've said in recordings completely out of context or just straight up forged fake evidence of me with accounts either I didn't own or just spliced footage. For example, we have people who were literally in the recordings attest that either the sarcastic comments I made were just taken out of context or my...
And why Valk? Hold up. And why Valk? Bro, who the fuck is... Let me read it. Bro, and why Valk? Look. NY Valk on the same docs. Who is this guy? We need to do more information on Kanye West and NY Valk.
Simple paraphrasing was taken out of context, such as the dupe red flag comment, which I was clearly just trying to mock Navolk in it, and then it got taken into somehow an admission when it wasn't. And also with the Humbringer clip where I was joking in cool about, yeah guys, I totally watched that kind of stuff. That again was taken completely out of context. In regards to the Safe first recording where it was Parlo's second YT, that is not an account I ever owned. That was never in a Discord. That was never rolled in my Discord server. That literally shared none of my mutuals, and the account was quite literally made at the very end of July 2025, and the recording was made in early September. Also, that account was in Safe's Discord server, and also they spliced the footage very evidently. When they clicked onto the fake Parlo connection link of that account, they then spliced the footage to then show my channel popping up right after. And there's a minute interval where you can clearly see the timer at the top left-hand corner of the screen. It goes up by an entire minute when they spliced the footage, so they clearly had an editing error there. And in regards to the investigator video that they completely forged, I literally show proof on my main account about how I didn't even have message history with this guy, and he tried to leave the Discord group chat to avoid me opening my DMs up with him. So it's very evidently clear that they're forging messages, and unfortunately, and he proof on my main account about how I didn't even have message history with this guy, and he tried to leave the Discord group chat to avoid me opening my DMs up with him. So it's very evidently clear that they're forging messages, and unfortunately people are eating this up thinking it's genuine, when anyone, literally anyone, can just forge or splice footage like this and just make someone seem as bad as possible. Safe is now being seen unapologetically going out here stating, I'm going to get more attention and more views by forging more clips of you. And he will consistently lie in order to benefit himself. He is a... He is a swatter. He is someone who's friends with literal cyber criminals and would defend them in private. He is someone who attempted to rat me, which is a literal felony in the US, being unauthorized access to someone's computer. It is absolutely disgusting behavior, and this guy's fundamentally screwed in the head. So in regards to everything, he completely forged it all, took clips out of context, and lied to tens of thousands of people. And the UTTP most likely didn't even promote his video. It was most likely his own alternate accounts which he used to blame the UTTP on. This guy is a compulsive manipulator.
If you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching and taking the time to understand the truth. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread awareness about what's really going on, because all of this is genuinely disgusting. The more people who know the truth, the harder it becomes for people like this to keep getting away with their lives. Now regarding Parlo, not really sure what he's planning on doing, but I am being told that he's currently considering quitting YouTube for good.
Let's go! Let's go!
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Let's
Bye.
go! Please do it, bro. Please do it. Please just give up. Just give up, bro. Just give up, bro. Just give up.
Takis? Are they spicy?
No, I don't want Takis.
They're not spicy. They taste intensely like...
Alright. Here we go. Blah. What do you mean no, bro? He hates me. Alright. Alright, War Thunder. Come on, guys. War Thunder. War Thunder. Let's do War Thunder, bro. Let's go, War Thunder. War Thunder. War Thunder. 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 War Thunder. War Thunder. War Thunder. War Thunder. War Thunder. Whoa, that's so cool. Look at that. Wasn't that what? Shaw! Wait! Hornet from Hollow Knight Silk Song? Or also Hollow Knight. She was also in Hollow Knight. She was in Boston Hollow Knight, but whatever. I played Hollow Knight, but I haven't beat it. And I lost the Switch that it was on, so yeah. So I don't have Hollow Knight on my computer. Alright. Ground Strike. Cost $20. God damn. For an indie game? Indie game, bro? Really? From 3 people, it costs $20. You kidding me, bro? And this game is free. This game is free, by the way. I mean, look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look how realistic this is. shooting at me. Fucking hell. Oh. I'm sorry about that. The enemy's getting closer to victory. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Shit. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. They're behind me. I'm by 6. Yeah, what is it? What's the game? Is it called Penis Simulator? Fucking takes. Whatever, count it out. Shit! Furries versus humans. I hate furries, bro. Oh, I know that one. I know the game is like. Woohoo! Yeah. Alright, has bombs. Alright, let's do this. Okay. That's why our religion is really on this level. God damn it. Fuck! Fuck! I can't right now, bro. Maybe after this. Alright, last one. Surely can't be better than this, bro. Dogfight. Alright. I'm getting better at this game, man. Barely. Alright, close. Alright. This better be worth my time, bro. This better be worth my time. I swear to God. Wait, what was your username again? Oh, uranium fever? Oh wait, never mind. Forgot your username, sorry. I'm not playing Gacha Online, bro. Or steal a brain rat, or fucking grow a garden, fucking dumb penis shit. Which one is it, bro? Which one is the fucking... I'm not playing Forsaken either. Which one is it, bro? Which one is you? Ooh, yo, what's up? Which one is your username, bro? Come on, bro. Tell me. And he left. Bro, he just left. Are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Alright. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Going back to War Thunder, bro. Game is up to date. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit, bro. Let's do this. Bro, Valve can only count up to 2, bro. I mean, well, yeah, they can't. They don't know that the number 3 exists. Fuck, that's a lot of them. 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 That's a lot. 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 Shit, 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 shit. flowers. I got a lot of them. Got a lot. Alright. Fuck, my oil, my oil, my oil. Shit! Oh man, this thing is gonna collapse in any second. Fuck, 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 fuck! Shit, shit! Fucking hell. Shit. Bro, we're not gonna fucking win. There's so... Look at it. How come I always lose? How come I'm always the one who loses? Exactly. Shit! 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 My wing! 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 Fuck! 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 We're getting awfully close. This one. No. Oh, your domination. Vietnam. Fuck! Alright, we're winning. Fuck! Shit! Fuck! maneuver. Fuck! My whole left wing is gone. I can't put my nose down or else I'm gonna fucking crash.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
I drown if I'm still there. Like on top of the water and now under. Idiot. Then how did I drown? Exactly, I didn't. go! GG. Alright, let's do tanks now. Right. Research that, and then we'll do army. I said army, you idiot. M4 Sherman. Where's the M4 Sherman at? Oh my god, I can't even use an M4 Sherman. This is an M4A1. Right to battle. Is that a dick right there? Look. The tip is B. See? These are the balls. That's like, see?
Into your vehicles! Buckle up! Driver ready, loader ready.
Archer's online. Let's go, Archer. stream now.